We're gonna give y'all a little sweat to tune in. Ain't no sweat though. Like I said, this video, this class, this is ISUPK San Antonio Tuesday Brotherhood class.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai Mashiach Christ and fall up under that UPK banner is my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
Show me what it look like.
Take ground. Now this ain't no movement, this a take that. We would not be moved or intimidated. We ain't tight. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man back. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a damn back. This will be my kingdom with an hourglass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just send the prayer to the Lord. I told him to let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue, don't get rebuked. Cause you made a truce with a race that made much of dice. Out of 9 minutes, scared of who? You got your gun, can't pull it. Me and my niggas not to argue. It's about who gon' bite the bullet. He gon' take out. Opponents better move slow. Attack dogs for this truth. Nigga, cool down. It's all about that warfare, boy. It's all about that warfare, boy. My soldiers take ground till I'm standing down. Take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm standing down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay daily. You should use your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sin, hey, when warriors dwell. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she can see them, she modest. I know 2 things, around the women I pass. And any man harm me and my aunt gon' meet the doc. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die, so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret what that means. Fall on his days, comparing me to you really ain't no contest.
Long live one way. Long live one way.
This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up, about to drop something heavy for. My soldiers take ground till I'm standing down. Take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm standing down.
Alright. Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge.
Right.
We started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Hannah.
That's right.
I'm Officer Thamakio, and to my right we have
Priest and Officer Razana Yah. Shalom, Israel.
That's right.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatam to all the brothers, to To all the sisters, from me to y'all, Shalom Yahweh Shema Alatham Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
Right. And today's Brotherhood class, we're gonna be going over an article, talking about the formal leader of America, the so-called president,
Right.
Barack Obama. And we want to give y'all to understand is that this brother is not a true so-called black man.
Right.
He is a Hamite. His lineage, we're gonna give y'all the lineage of where he comes from right now, since we don't go off our own words and freestyle. That's why today's class is super heavy. Like the Brotherhood and the ISUBK, man, this is where you need to build your foundation. Or things like this will happen and continue to happen, man. Let me get Bible Shah, Genesis chapter 10, verse 5.
Book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families, in their nations.
Man, listen. The article today is talking about how President Obama, he's got game. He became a, how you say that?
Minority owner.
Okay. He became a minority owner for a strategical partner with the NBA Africa. That's how you know he's not your brother, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. This is how you know right here. He went to his own land after his own tongue. He didn't give a damn about you over here in America struggling.
Right.
With oppression, man. He wants to continue to have that knee on your neck.
Yeah, right, man.
He thinks it's fun. That's why he got game. He got game for a nation outside of America. Not for you. But let me tell you who does give a damn about you, man. Commander General Hunter does.
That's right.
That's why we fall under this banner, man. The ISUBK. That's why you see the heavy hitters going so hard, man. All the other SHIELD generals. All the other 13,000 captains. And the men below him, man. That's why we go so hard for this truth. So we can build something, man. And have a foundation for Christ to return on. So he can look back and smile and be like, that's what I've been waiting for all along, man. Brotherhood. Sisterhood, man. That charity. Because right now, all the money that Barack Obama owned and earned went to the NBA in Africa, man. Not to the Milwaukee Bucks. Not to the Los Angeles Lakers. Not even to the Texas San Antonio Spurs, man. It went to Nigeria. It went to Kenya. Whichever country that he sponsored. We're going to get into that a little bit later, but let me get this scripture. Go down to verse 8, Bible Shop.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 8.
6.
Looks like a verse 6. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Phut, and Canaan. Verse 7. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Ra'amah, and Sabteka. And the sons of Ra'amah, Sheba, and Denan. Verse 8. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth.
They go to the lineage of the Hamites right there, man. So after Ham came Cush. So it was the land of Ham, and then elsewhere became the land of Cush, and then elsewhere, that's when you hear about the Canaanites, thus forth, man. Cush begot Nimrod. Y'all want to know where Christmas came from? It came from the Hamites, man. Y'all want to know where Sodom and Gomorrah came from? It came from the Hamites. All right, and the next scripture in verse 9 is talking about how Nimrod was a mighty hunter before the Lord. All right, wherefore it said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. He was a mighty hunter, man. He hunted you, Israelites. Why you think that you had them ornaments on the Christmas tree? He hunted us down, cut our heads off, and put it in the tree, man. Them were the stars right there. And you want to celebrate that wickedness, man. And you want to vote for an oppressor that looks like you, so you think he's your brother. Listen here, he is not your brother, nor anybody that you can build with, man. Let me tell you what he built here in America. He built a society where it is now legal to marry the same race. For a transgender to go in a he or she bathrooms, man, with little kids maybe in there, man. That's insane, and that is an abomination to the Most High.
Damn right.
And that is not your brother, Israel. If you're a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, it is time to separate from each and every nation on this face of the planet Earth, because you are fit to rule them, man. But right now, we are at the bottom of the totem pole. You can put bricks on top of bricks on our back, and we are at the bottom holding all of the weight together, man.
That's right.
We are standing on the bones, blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors, man. It's time to come back to these laws, statutes, commandments. And it's time to do them righteously in the right spirit.
That's right.
I support each and every one of my brothers and sisters that sacrifice their life to serve the Most High in the ISUBK. We are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group.
Damn right.
You got anything you want to add, sir?
I do, sir. These other nations, man, listen. Every other nation besides the nation of Edomites, the nation of Edom, the so-called oppressor, the so-called white people, white woman, man, and child. Every other nation comes in a different shade of black and brown, man.
Right.
The Africans, biblically speaking, as outlined in the Bible, Africans are not Negroes, man. They are not our people. They are not of our nation. And the Africans themselves know that about us, man. There's plenty of other brown colors, brown skinned nations out there. And they know what team they're on. They know what cards to play to help build the infrastructure for their nation. For Israel, you don't know, man.
Right.
You don't know that you're not an African. You know what I'm saying? You're not a Samoan. You know what I'm saying? You have no, I mean, you look goofy and foolish trying to blend in with all the other nations, trying to claim that you're from Ghana, trying to claim that you're from Africa. And if you are from Ghana or Africa, then so be it. But if you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're looking real foolish, Israel. It's not a good look trying to claim another culture, man, because they see you forfeiting your lineage, forfeiting your culture to try to blend in with all the other nations, man.
Right.
And what we call that, and the scriptures bring it out, that's what you call tying fig leaves, man. You're trying to fit in. You're trying to half-step and downplay the importance and significance of your culture just because you want to fit in with all the other kids at school, man. You know what I'm saying? Another reference that we use in the ISUPK, we teach from the 1611 King James Version of the Bible. We also teach from the Apocrypha, which is the selection of books between the Old and the New Testament that our oppressor took out, man. But another third reference that we use is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. It gives us a lot of biblical definitions out of our Bible that we read from, that we teach from, because they're solid, man. You know, it's a reliable reference. And I'm only bringing up the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary along with what Officer Tamaki is bringing out about Barack Obama, because the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary gives you a definition of who Ham was, man. Ham was a man from the Bible, and he was the forefather, the progenitor of all the dark races, including the Africans, but not us. And I'm going to bring it out right here because I got the definition.
Damn right, priest.
Straight from the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary about who Ham was, man. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, Ham is not your forefather. I'm about to prove it right now, man. So this is the definition of Ham. The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood, man. Everybody knows about the flood in the Bible, man, when the Most High, gave the instruction to Noah to build an ark because he was going to flood the whole earth and destroy it for his iniquities and his rebelliousness against the Most High. But Noah was a righteous brother, and the Most High wanted to preserve him. And so the Most High told Noah to build an ark because he's about to destroy the whole earth by way of a flood, by way of rain. And up until this time, before we even learned about this in the Bible, it had never rained upon the face of the earth. But when Noah was out there waking up the whole planet Earth and saying, hey, get it together because the Most High is about to flood this place, a lot of them looked at him like he was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But Noah was only given instructions, not his own instructions, but instructions given to him by the Most High for the whole planet. But listen, man, Ham was the youngest son of Noah, but he wasn't given the covenant. I'm gonna finish the definition of Ham. And one of the 8 persons to live throughout the flood, he, meaning Ham, he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. And that's in the Bible, man. There's only one group of people who are referred to as the Negroes, Israel, and that's you. I'm saying you need to own it. I mean, we are more than Negroes, man. We are the Most High's chosen people, man. But you have to understand your identity. You have to stand on something. You have to claim something. God damn it. So Christ was black. There's many other scriptures that describe the word black as both the color and the condition, man.
Right.
But so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, emphasis on the so-called blacks. You know what I'm saying? We are not Africans. And Ham is a forefather of all the dark races, except the Negroes. Not the Negroes, not the blacks, not the spicks and wetbacks. You know what I'm saying? Not the savages, man. Ham is not our forefather, man. But let me continue. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the forefather of the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. His indecency when his father lay drunken brought a curse upon Canaan, man. I'm saying we are not of a cursed people, man. We are cursed. But our lineage doesn't go back to a cursed man by the name of Ham. He has nothing to do with us, man. The Hamites, the so-called Africans, the so-called Egyptians, modern-day Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites, they are not our brothers. They are not beholden to the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
They do not belong to us. They are not our brothers. They are not our sisters. And the God of the Bible does not love everybody. He only loves you, Israel. The God of the Bible does not love Ham. The God of the Bible does not love Egyptians. For damn sure doesn't love Egyptians. He doesn't love Ethiopians. He doesn't love Libyans, Canaanites, Moabites, the so-called Chinese, Ammonites, the so-called Japanese, Elamites, the so-called East Indians. He damn sure doesn't love the Edomites, who are the so-called white man,
Right.
the so-called oppressor on the earth. For obvious reasons, look at the crimes that the Edomites, the so-called white peoples of the earth, have done on the earth itself. You tell me who deserves to get their butt whooped, man. All the other nations are seeking justice, but we are the only ones who are prophesying and waiting for that righteous justice, man. We're building up and waking up our people to gather yourselves together. You understand? Come gather yourselves together, Israel. Understand who you are, where you come from, and who it is you need to gather with. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Let all the other nations handle their own business. Let them practice Buddhism. Let them practice Hinduism. Let them worship the stars and the crystals and the tarot cards and nature and the nature spirits, the water spirits. You know what I'm saying? Let them be distracted, man. Let them eat whatever they want to eat, have sex with whatever the hell they want to have sex with, man. Wear whatever they want, celebrate any feast day or holiday that they want to celebrate.
Right.
But Israel, y'all need to come together, man. If you're not gathering together with Christ our King, then you are scattering abroad, man. You're a traitor, man. You're useless. If you're not in the UPK, you are in the way.
That's
If you're
right.
not taking the Lord serious, then I can't take you serious. What good are you? What good are you for me? What good are you for our nation? You know what I'm saying? You're wasting my time, man. I died to work. I died for my old self, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to relive what I died to, man. I'm trying to cut it off and leave it in the trash. Come out of the trash, Israel. You know what I'm saying? Come out of the dump. Come out of the lies, man. Put on your culture, man. Practicing your culture means putting down the blunt, putting down the lasciviousness, sleeping with your brother's wife, stealing, killing, lying on your brother or lying on your sister. You know what I'm saying? Put away those unrighteous ways. That's not your culture, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop worshiping mammon, the love of money, man. Let me tell you, man, you either worship God or you either worship money. You worship mammon. I'm here to tell you that mammon worshippers are sellouts, man. You're no good. You're no use to your country. You're no use to your nation if you love money. If you love the very money that has a white person's face printed on it, man. Your slave master's face printed on it. And really, the money don't add up to anything, man. It's monopoly money. It's just paper, man. They printing money, man.
Right.
Your real currency, your real value is these scriptures, man. That's your wisdom, man.
Damn right.
That's your revenue, man. It all comes from these scriptures. The love of that dollar is only going to get you so far, man. But the love of your nation will take you to the fourth dimension, damn near literally. You know what I'm saying? Your love for your nation will find you on a chariot. You know what I'm saying? Moving to and fro, man. I'm saying we're out here for black and brown supremacy, man. We're trying to rule over heaven, man. And heaven, I mean, metaphorically speaking, heaven is economic supremacy, man. I want to rule the heavens. I want to see my chariots and my spacecrafts from my nation moving amongst the stars during daylight hours and day night, it's like day night, nighttime hours. You know what I'm saying? We have our own nation. We have our own culture, our own dietary laws, our own ways of dress, our own feast days, and we have our own spacecrafts, man. We're not making that up. I'm not just saying that just because it sounds cool. Shit, it sounds righteous to me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like I ran with it. That's all I wanted to say, man. I wanted y'all to understand that Africans are Hamites. The Hamites are not Israelites, man. Let the Hamites be Hamites because other nations do whatever the hell they want to do. But Israel, you're beholden to those laws, statutes, and commandments. All the other nations can't sin.
Right.
Israel, they can't sin. They can lie. They can steal. They can cheat. They can eat whatever the hell they want, man. But Israel, you can't. Because once you do, you die. You know what I'm saying? Free will is an illusion.
That's right.
Israel, you don't have that right to practice free will, man.
If I could pull
You
a
just
precept.
die. Go ahead, sir.
Damn right. This is John chapter 8, verse 31. You know, this is your strategy right here, Israel. This should be your strategy each and every day. All right? Because voting hadn't got us anywhere any point in time, man.
Right.
Only person you should look up to is Christ. Because he came in the right spirit of the Lord, man. And it took till 1969 to have another righteous leader in the ISUBK, man.
That's right.
And they raised up Commander Junior Hunter, man.
Damn right.
And that's why we still have the ISUBK today. That's why we still have warriors that are willing to fit them shoes, man.
That's right.
You have to have sympathy and empathy, man. Knowing it's time to fight and knowing it's time to flight, man. Because many are called, but few are chosen.
That's right.
All right, let's get this scripture. This is John chapter 8, verse 31. Then said Jesus to those Jews which believed on him. All right, these next letters are in red.
That's right.
All right, anytime you run across scriptures that are red, that means your King, Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah Mashiach was speaking, man.
That's right.
So he said, which ye continue in my word, then ye are my disciples indeed. This is the strategy right here, man. Continue in my words.
That's right.
That's what the ISUPK does, man. We go precept upon precept, line upon line. All right, we don't add to the scriptures and we don't take away from them.
That's right.
We don't identify a heathen to be our brother either.
Hell no.
We don't identify ourselves as Chinese or African or Caucasian. We don't do that, man, because that is not us. That is not of our nationality, man.
Damn right.
All right, here go verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Man, we got to make sure this truth make us free because God gave us this book, man.
That's right.
So that we can be free and that we can follow the liberty of these laws, statutes, commandments, man.
Damn right, man.
This is how you free yourselves, by gaining the knowledge and the truth of this scripture, man. By gaining your identity back, by gaining your obedience to these laws, statutes, commandments.
Right.
And if I could pull one more scripture, let me get Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? Back to the Hamites, because you are not Hamitic. You are Shemitic. You come from Shem. You come from Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob.
Damn right.
It didn't say Ham, Cush, Cain, and then you, Israelites. That would be a false doctrine. All right? This is the truth right here, and this truth is going to set you free. Let me know when you're ready, sir.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
A what?
An abomination.
Don't that sound like your president, Obama?
Yeah.
An abomination, man.
That's right.
Your president was a so-called leader, and he was an abomination, man. Because he said it was okay for a man to lie with a man like he laid with a woman, man. That is an abomination.
That's right.
And the consequence from doing this action is death. All right? It's death. Ain't no way around it. And only a true brother or sister will show you this.
Damn right.
To let you know that your Christian pastors is a goddamn lie, man. You cannot be a homosexual and get baptized. You're going to come out a wet homosexual. Your life has not changed, and you have not destroyed the demons that were upon you, man.
That's right.
You let them fight within you instead of you fighting them off. Now, what kind of sense does that make? Letting demons fight within you. You got to fight your demons off, man.
Right.
It's time to start controlling your actions. It's time to start controlling your thoughts too, because your thoughts can get you in trouble, man.
That's right.
Y'all said vote or die. Listen, we've been voting and dying at the same time. What difference has that made? Stop voting for people that are not of your nation, man.
That's right. And if I may, real quick, the only reason I brought up the definition of ham as it relates to Obama, because in the ICPK, we teach you that you are of the seed of your father.
That's
man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? If you take an orange seed, plant it in the ground here in Texas, it's gonna grow an orange tree. It's gonna produce more orange fruits. If you take that same orange seed and plant it in Zimbabwe, you know what I'm saying, or India or any other nation, it's still gonna grow up to be an orange tree, man. You know what I'm saying? Speaking for myself, I come from the seed of Judah, Banya Habada. So I'm always going to be a Jew. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what my mother's lineage is, man. We're only bringing this up because Barack Obama, when it comes to his patriarchy, he's a Kenyan. He's from Africa. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of us.
Right.
Kenyans are of the seed of Ham, man. Zimbabweans are of the seed of Ham, man. South Africans, if they're not Edomites, then they're from the seed of Ham. You know what I'm saying? Congo, Liberia, you know what I'm saying? Egyptians themselves, they're Hamites. Israel, so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, you're not Africans. You are not Hamites. You know what I'm saying? You are Israelites. And you have an actual law and order and structure to live by, a blueprint to live by. And that's these laws, statutes, and commandments, man.
Right.
We want to make sure that separation is clear, man. Israelites are Israelites. All the other nations are all the other nations. They have nothing to do with us. The Bible was never written for them. They are heathens. They are pagans, man. They are beasts of their field, man. Beasts are heathens, man. They're no different than dogs, man. Heathens are the ones out there freestyling in the name of survival. That's not how we move, Israel. And so we serve a God that can giveth and taketh, man. Not only from us, but all these other nations, man. The scriptures say, "Don't fear the one who can kill the soul and body, but fear the one." What is it?
Fear not the one that can kill flesh and body, but fear the one that kills soul.
Kill the one that can kill the soul and the body, man. Right. No other nation can kill the soul, man. But the power that we serve, whose throne is on a fiery flame in the fourth dimension, that's the power that we serve, man. You know what I'm saying? And he only gives a damn about you, Israel.
That's
All
right.
the other nations are but spittle and dust underneath our feet, man. Underneath our boots. So that's the point that we need to drive home, man. Separation. Racism is the most important card in the deck of life, man. We are not a Hamites. We don't play the Hamite card, man. We play the Israelite card, man. We play these law, statutes, and commandments, man. We live by the UPK, man. We walk in universal, practical knowledge, man. Strictly from the Bible, man. Barack Obama is a Kenyan. He is from the seed of Ham. He is not our brother, man. He is from Ham, who is a progenitor of all the dark races, but not the Negroes. That's you, Israel. You know what I'm saying, so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, you are not Hamites, you are not Africans, you are not heathens. But we're out there acting like that because we're not putting on our culture, because we're not in class, we're not in the ICPK,
Right.
taking the righteous leadership and instruction from the men above us, man. It all comes from Christ, man. It's a chain of command, man. It's the Most High, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Jesus Christ, the black man from the tribe of Judah, all the men underneath him, all the women, and the children. That's how you build your nation. And we can pull that up from the scriptures as well. But you know, so understand who you belong to, man. Understand who we are teaching to, man. So we're not out here for everybody. We serve a God that loves us conditionally, not unconditionally. You're saying he only loves us if under the conditions of that we practice these laws, statutes, and commandments. If we love the Most High with all our might, all our mind, body, and soul, man. I'm saying our nation is where we put our time, money, and energy into, man. Our spirit into, man. I'm saying it doesn't. The Israel doesn't stop when the class stops, man.
Right.
Once we go offline, it doesn't stop. We go back to sinning, man. I'm saying this is real. We serve a living God from the Bible, man. I'm saying the Bible is a living word, man. That's where we get our instruction. That's where we get our nation and our culture, man. That's where we get our feast days, man. And put on our culture. Stay in these classes, Israel. You're wasting your time. You're gambling, man. And the time is really short. I'm saying, look at all the things that have happened on planet Earth just this past year alone, man. Nothing is the same. I mean, I'm saying that our precious economy is crumbling before our eyes. Everyone's looking for the new normal. I'm gonna let y'all in on something right now, man. The new normal is when Christ comes back, man.
Right.
The new normal is when all the nations on the planet, especially Israel, are practicing the law, statutes, and commandments written in the Bible. The whole earth will be under the rulership of the law, statutes, and commandments given to us by God, and the nation of Israel is going to run this earth, man. We're going to run it righteously, man. We're going to defend it righteously, man. There's going to be a time that, like we brought out, what was it, Leviticus, that if we find a man that's lying with another man, as with women, we're going to put you to death, man.
That's right.
That's why the Taliban invading Afghanistan or taking back their country in Afghanistan is so real. You know what I'm saying? It's a real metaphor for what's about to come. Christ comes back and we start practicing, the whole earth starts practicing the law, statutes, and commandments, man. It's getting really real, people. So this isn't just for you, Israel, but everyone's about to catch the boom, man. You know what what I'm saying? You got to get in the safe zone, man. ICPK is the only sanctuary for so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Commanding General Yahan has been carrying that torch since 1969, man. We are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group. All these other Hebrew Israelite groups are going to give you excuses to keep continuing to live a life of sin. All these other Hebrew Israelite groups are going to lead you into the exact same path as a Polite, man. A leader in the conscious community, man. Committing sins, man. Raping children, man. That's not how we get down.
Right.
Israel, that's not how you get down, man. Polite is not our leader, man. Barack Obama is not our leader. The Proud Boys are not our leaders, man. Biden, he is not our leader, man.
Definitely got a precept for that, sir.
Yahweh Shan Mashiach, the dark-skinned brother from the tribe of Judah, is our leader, and we teach his ways of leadership in this school, an Israelite school of universal practical knowledge, under commanding General Yohanan, man. It's time to take this work serious. It's time to take your lineage seriously. It's time to take you got to take your nation serious enough to put the blunt down, man. I'm saying, put the joint down. Put away your carnal lusts.
If I could,
Go ahead, man.
how can you survive a war in front of your face under the influence? You can't, man. That's why we are so focused on getting our people out for drugs, because we are at war.
That's right. Wartime.
We are the fly being swatted on the wall, scraped off and pushed to the side like nothing happened. We are the cockroach on the ground running around scavenging for food, man. We are them. We are not the 1% that's on top of the world, man.
A lot of us think like roaches too, because they hear what you're saying. Be like, well, the roaches, they're able to withstand, atomic blasts and live through radiation and
Right.
many years of fossilization and this and that. Well, you're more than a roach, goddammit.
Right.
So us as priests and prophets, we're warriors. We're willing to die right now for our people, man. And we'll say, man, that brother rise again, man. That sister rise again, man. We're more than roaches, man.
If I could add to the roaching point, right?
Go ahead.
The reason that I'm using this roach point so much because y'all love to smoke that weed and y'all know what a roach is in the world, right?
That's right.
Well, you are roaching off somebody else's culture, man.
Damn, that's right.
When you have your own goddamn laws, statutes, commandments that'll have you set up high above all nations on the face of planet Earth.
That's right.
But you roaching on pagan holidays. But you roaching on that Swiss sweet. You roaching on every 4 years electing a new president. Or you roaching on what you eat, man. You want to eat that shrimp, crab, pork, lobster, tuna. Pork.
That's what roaches eat. Pork,
Bottom
shrimp.
feeders, man.
That's exactly what roaches eat. Pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. They even eat themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how carnal and how disgusting they are, man. But listen, the roach has its place, man. The Most High created it.
Listen, we are being disgusting to the Most High.
That's right.
Ain't no ifs, ands, and ways and out of this, man. The only way out of it is getting yourselves together. Gathering together, building together from these scriptures, man. That's the way out of here. It ain't no nitpicking like a fly going here to some old BS to there to some old BS. Nah, we gotta stop that, man. We have to stop following and envying the oppressor, man. We have to stop joining hands, giving our love to businesses that aren't black owned,
That's right.
that aren't brown owned, that aren't Native Indian owned.
That's right.
That's another way to destroy this rulership, man. Stop giving the almighty dollar to them when your people need it the most.
Damn right.
All right, you are what you eat. Stop being I can't even use this word, man. Stop being an abomination. All right, that's the moral of the point that I'm trying to make, and that this priest is trying to make also. Do you got a precept?
I don't have a precept, but I do have a quote
All right, let's get
that
it.
ties into our teaching. You spin, vote, man.
Let me get the precept while you still watching this.
Go ahead.
All right. Here's another way into the strategy into this brotherhood and sisterhood that Christ wants you to build. All right. And this comes straight out of Christ's mouth, man. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
Damn right.
That's the breakdown, man. You can't love two masters. You can't be lukewarm, man. If you really want this truth, you got to make up your mind and serve the Most High, or He gonna destroy you with His glory,
Hmm.
or He gonna destroy you with His priests and prophets.
Damn right.
You can't serve two masters, and you can't be a hypocrite, man. You can't be a bottom feeder. It's not for you, Israel. All right, it's greater things for you to be doing, man.
That's right.
Way greater things. Drink some water. Go ahead, breathe.
Yeah, on that point, that's exactly what's happening in Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? The Taliban, so they don't want to make, how do you say it? They know who the cowards are. They know who the hypocrites are, man. And those are the ones who are following the doctrines of Americas, man. And they're getting their heads chopped off, man. Because the Taliban gives a damn about their culture. They give a damn about the culture and the lineage and the history of Afghanistan. When all their own very same people are practicing the doctrines of so-called Americans, man. Which is just a heathen lifestyle, man. I just want to give out share a quote in comparison to what Officer Tamaki is saying about you cannot love God and mammon, man. This is from a quote from a book. It's called Sunrise Over Disney, and it's pretty powerful when you think about what you give your allegiance to, what you essentially what you worship, man. It says every dollar you spend or don't spend is a vote you cast for the world you want. I'm saying, spiritually speaking, you say, what is it that you're building, man? You know what I'm saying? If we were for just one day be selfish with our dollars as black, so-called black Latinos and Native Americans, if we came together and said, we're not going to shop at Walmart for one day, man. I'm saying our precious economy will implode overnight, man. If we just band together and say, no more Walmarts, no more Targets, we're only going to shop from our own. We're only going to enhance and build on the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American dollar. This whole nation, the whole world economy will implode, man. And we'll set the trends, man. We'll set the prices. You know what I'm saying? We'll set the righteous ways of living, and all the other nations will have to abide by it, man. I'm saying that's the world that I want, man. You know what I'm saying? I cast my dollars for the IFCPK, man. I cast my dollars and my allegiance to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. I want to do the real work to build my nation and my people, man. I'm saying, using these law, statutes, and commandments. Man, the dollar can only get us so far in our oppressor's kingdom. But when we practice these law, statutes, and commandments, when we practice brotherhood and sisterhood, righteous brotherhood and sisterhood, and hold each other accountable, I'm saying the nation of Israel will be born overnight, man. It's very easy.
Right.
I'm saying, but we're such a stiff-necked people that we have to have these classes. We have to have all these forums and platforms to wake up our people. We put it, plain and simple, man. But we teach you using universal practical knowledge. We give you no excuse to not know the truth. But yet, once you receive it, you still go about and do whatever you want, man. You still go out there, eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You still you still try to blend in with all the other nations. You still love money and what it can get you. And you know what I'm saying? It can only get you so far in our oppressor's kingdom. He rules over the whole planet. And if you are a so-called Black, Latino, and Native American, you've got the dollars, you got the riches. Well, you know what? You can show that you give a damn about your people by giving back, man.
That's right.
By paying your tithes at a bare minimum. God damn. Pay your tithes, if not to the ISUPK Austin or ISUPK San Antonio, give it to Commanding General Yohana, man. Go to isupk.com. And the first pop-up screen that you get is a link to pay your tithes, man. That's how you build donation. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but if you're too much of a coward to war with us, priests and prophets and ISUPK, then just sit back, watch class, and pay your tithes at a bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? That'll count for something. You know what I'm saying? It really does. I'm not trying to be condescending. But, you know what I'm saying? That's how you put it in your brick. If anything, if you're too much of a coward to war with us, pay your tithes. But stay in class and learn your culture, man. There's plenty of work to be done, man. Plenty.
That's right.
What is it? Scripture said there's the laborers are few. The work is plentiful, but the laborers are few, man. That's so true, man. You know what I'm saying? We could advance our nation overnight just by withdrawing our dollars, by practicing, by playing the race card, man. Building your own, man. I'm saying building the value of the Black, Latino, and Native American dollar, man. That's how you build a nation. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to add that it's a very potent quote that's been stuck with me for life. You know what I'm saying? Every dollar you spend or don't spend is a vote you cast for the world that you want, man.
Right.
And I want rulership, man. I want salvation, and most importantly, I want justice, man. Go ahead, sir.
Nah, that's righteous, priest. You know what I mean? When y'all tune in too, like and share this video in this class. Because the truth is not gonna get out if you withhold it just for yourself.
That's right.
We wouldn't have this truth if Christ just embedded all the knowledge and kept it unto himself, man. He spreaded the word. And that's why he is the word of God. He gave it to us in the right spirit and in the righteous manner. So it's time for us to actually follow in his footsteps. All right? His shoes wasn't that big to be filled. All right? Commander General Yohana is laying down the foundation. All right, to go to Most High, Christ, man, woman, children. Outside of that, you out of order.
You are out of order. Damn right, man.
And that's brotherhood to let you know that. Christ didn't die for that. If you going against that, man. Get in line and stay in order. Because these laws, statutes, commandments have not changed at all. The Old Testament did not change into the New Testament because the New Testament was talking about the Old Testament.
Right.
All right. Just as well as there was prophets in the Old Testament, there was prophets in the New Testament. And the prophets are back here today. Letting you know that this is a warning. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
That's right.
Or we're going to continue to have a Barack Obama or a, what's her name? Kamala Harris.
Chameleon Harris.
Imitating and being an imposter to us just because their skin color looks like ours. Man, listen, we suffer from colorism. The so-called Hispanic and Mexican and wetbacks, those are your brothers and sisters.
That's right.
Right? The Puerto Rican, the Colombians, the Dominican, the Haitians, Cubans, all of the West Indians from the Bahamas, those are your brothers and sisters.
Damn right, Chileans.
All right, and that's the strategy that we need to have to build our nation, man. That's the strategy that we need to have to raise Israel righteously. All right, and if you're in the UK or France or East India, guess what? We scattered across the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
Let's get to know each other. Who can love you better than your own?
That's right.
Nobody. All right? We sing the best, dance the best, and fight the best. So let's put up a good fight, because right now our fighting skills have been weak, man. If we haven't had ISUPK around today, good night. Ain't no telling what this world will be doing. All right.
Salaki. You know what else takes away your fight? And this is for all the men out there, man. You know what else takes away your fight? Smoking that weed.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't build your nation if you're smoking weed. And so you may have the spirit to build. You may have the spirit to understand what we're saying as priests and prophets. But as soon as you light up that blunt or that joint, you stuck. You stuck to that sofa. And before you know it, you passed out. Before you know it, you got the munchies. You're waking up the next morning and you have another goddamn thing for your nation, man.
Is it the upper?
What do you mean?
Weed.
Weed.
Yeah, they be like, I'm getting high. Is it the upper?
It might as well be if you're getting high, goddamn it. But
It's a downer.
it's
You
something.
gonna be down.
I don't know the difference.
Now you just said it's a downer. They be stuck on that couch
you be-
with some munchies.
You be glued on the couch with the
It's
munchies
like-
and haven't done a goddamn thing for your nation. Haven't put on no pants with no fringes. Haven't put on the garment. For damn sure, had no put on no boots.
Right.
Haven't put on any boots. Haven't laced up no boots. Haven't even tuned into class. You're just sitting back there watching, man. You know what I'm saying, and this is for the potheads, man. So understand, I'm trying to ruin smoking weed for all those wraps you use. The texture of those papers are no different than these Bible pages, man. They're very thin and they're easily burned, man.
Except for these don't mess up your lungs.
That's y'all using blunt wraps and papers that are just as thin as these Bible pages, man. And you're rolling up weed in them and you're smoking them, man. And it's taking the fight out of you. It's taking your masculinity out of you. I don't know the science behind it, but they say smoking weed kills sperm cells. You know what I'm saying? That smoking weed is only going to get you so far. It's going to get you to the couch and nowhere else. It won't even get you out your door, man. Yeah, smoking weed makes you so much of a coward you can't even check into class. That smoking that weed is preventing you from reaching out and asking us questions, man. Because you don't want to give up your carnal lifestyle. You don't want to give up the weed. You don't want to give up the Netflix and chill, man. Nothing wrong with it. But smoking weed is a problem, man. I'm saying it's a delusion, man. Get into these scriptures, man. Learn. Listen. I've had days where I sat alone with myself and did breakdowns of the wisdom of Solomon and the book of Proverbs. I had to sit back and like, damn, am I high? Am I smoking something? Because the truth is so profound, it'll take you out of your own space, man, and you'll learn something.
It'll set you free.
The truth will set you free, man. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures is your armor, man. Put on what's the breastplate of righteousness and the shield of righteousness or whatever, the helmet of salvation. You know what I'm saying? Just get into the school, man. Put the blunt down, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all think smoking weed, it can't be addictive. You know what I'm saying? But that's the lie. That's the lie that, you know what I'm saying, only heathen would believe. But you know what I'm saying? Smoking anything is against the law. Smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, hookah, anything you can light up and put in between your lips, man. Anything that you spend time, money, and effort to harvest and grow out of the ground, only to wrap it up in Bible paper and set it on fire before your lips is a heathen practice, man. It's ungodly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying all this to bring out a precept to prove what I'm saying, because I'm not making this up, Israel. You can find it in the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27. And it says, an ungodly man diggeth up evil. Not a righteous man. You know what I'm saying? But an ungodly man diggeth up evil, man. A man that doesn't know the Most High, a man that lives carnally, only for his pleasure, only for his own comforts, only for his own escapism. That is an ungodly man, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're smoking weed, well, guess what? Somebody had to farm it and harvest and dig up that weed, man. And it was an ungodly man, because of this. I mean, anything involving the pot smoking industry is ungodly, man. Proverbs 16:27, an ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is as a burning fire, man. How far is that burning fire going to get you, ungodly man? You know what I'm saying? How far is that going to get you when it comes to building your nation, ungodly man, smoker? You know what I'm saying? It's an ungodly heathen practice, man. But we're far above that, man. We're better than the roach that you're smoking right now, Israel. You know what I'm saying? We're the most highest portion. We are his jewelry, man. Put on that righteousness. Put down the blunt and pick up the righteousness, man. Pick up these law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep the pages of the Bible in the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? Let the trees grow so that there doesn't have to be a blunt wrap production industry, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Put the blunt down, put the joint down, tune into class, check in with your camp leader. You know what I'm saying? Get up. If you're a sister, you want to do something for the nation, listen. There's plenty you can do, even if you're single, man. You can give these brothers some food for camp. You can braid hair. You can babysit. You can put together garments. We've got plenty of other brothers who can put together garments as well, man. I'm saying there's so much you can do, Israel, so-called black man, so-called Latino man, woman, and child, Native American man, woman, and child. You know what I'm saying? And it starts by, you know what I'm saying, putting into practice your culture. Put down the blunt, put down the joint, stop with the drunkenness, stop having sex with your brother's wife. You know what I'm saying? Put on your righteousness, man. Because righteousness is immortal, man. Living the life of an Israelite is a culture of immortality.
Right.
And I'm not saying that to puff you up and make you feel good. That I'm telling you that because it came from the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? We're not out here freestyling, you know what I'm saying, trying to make us feel good, trying to get us through the pandemic until the old normal comes back. Hell no. The new normal is when Christ comes back. The new normal is when the chariots come back. The new normal is when the whole earth is destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the new normal that we're prophesying, man. That we want, that we wish to come about, man. Send more plagues. You know what I'm saying? Woe unto Babylon, man.
That's right.
It's falling as we speak to rise no more.
I'm right.
Israel, you have that. You gotta start asking those important questions, man. When America falls, when Babylon falls, then what comes afterward, man? I dare you, one of y'all, if you're listening, what do we got? One viewer, somebody, Trooper Sapar, man. If you know what the new normal is, just ask. If you don't know, just ask. ISUPK, man, we are a school. We're not Christians. We're not a religion. It is our vocation to teach. Come at us with those questions, man. We're going to give you an answer. I think we're arrogant for saying this, but we literally have an answer for everything, and we back up everything we say that we teach from the Bible. We have no private interpretations. We don't have opinions about these scriptures, man. It's time to come home, man. It's time to get real.
That's right.
It's August 24th, 2021. Listen, Most High in Christ, if you survived, you know what I'm saying, the pandemic since last March, if you're still alive during the Delta variant, during all the natural disasters, the volcanoes, the hurricanes, the earthquakes, the tsunamis, the fire tornadoes too. You know what I'm saying? We got asteroids and chariots falling from the sky. The signs are here. I'm saying it's now more than ever. Like, it's time to wake up, man. World War III is here. It's not on the way. It's not a rumor. World War III is here. And when the Bible prophesies, when World War III is upon us, Christ is here, man. He's damn near here. Wake up, man. It's time to get the distance, man. It's every nation is fleeing to their own, man. You know what I'm saying? Every nation has to go. Everyone's running to their own protection, man. And Afghanistan knows where their protection is, and it ain't with the U.S. That's why they're in the predicament. They're in the jam that they're in now, man.
Right.
I'm saying Afghanistan wants to be Afghanistan. They don't want to be America. That's on them, though. Israel, you should want to be Israel and not America, man.
Damn right.
Gather yourself together, O nation, not desire. These other nations are oppressors. The Edomites, the white people, don't love you, man. They don't give a damn about you, man. You're expendable. I'm saying you're just something to be thrown to the fire pit and the fireplace to keep them warm, man. You're never dead enough to the white man, man.
Mm-hmm.
They need you dead. They need you oppressed. They need you sick, poisoned, lost, so that they can continue to feel comfortable in their own kingdom, man. That's where a lot of problems start, because our oppressor doesn't want to feel uncomfortable for the crimes that he's committed against not only us but the whole planet Earth. The
Right.
oppressor doesn't want to feel guilty about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man.
What do they tell us at camp?
What's that?
Shut up.
Shut up.
They don't want to hear the truth,
They
man.
don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to feel. They don't want to feel that conviction. They don't want to. They don't want us talking about critical race theory, man.
Right.
ISUP and ISUPK, that's all we teach, man. Is critical race theory, man. Separation. This is you, Israel. All the other nations are they can do whatever the hell they want, man. All the other nations, the pagans and the heathens, they can freestyle for the sake of filling their stomachs. Israel, that's not how we get down, man. This is not how we move. That's not how we serve each other as brothers and sisters righteously. You know what I'm saying? We practice our own dietary laws, our own feast days, man. It's a beautiful thing. Get into the school, man. We're not Christians. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're a school. We teach from the Bible. We're not a religion. Stay in these classes, man. The ICPK is the home of the truth. We're not going to lead you astray, man. The Most High is in this school, man. Christ is coming back to defend the works that we've done under Commander General Hana here in the ICPK, man. Don't catch the boom, man. When chariots come down, they're going to be coming for our salvation, man. They're going to be coming down to destroy our oppressor. Don't get caught holding the oppressor's hand, man, when it comes down to it, man. Because Christ will come back. It says it in the scriptures. He will come back, and many of y'all will look at him and say, "What? Haven't I done enough for our nation? Haven't I loved you and shown my love and commitment towards you?" He's gonna look you dead in your eyes and say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." It's not a place that I want any Israelite to be in, man. Right. So we're giving our people no excuse, man, to come home. It is my hope, our hope, and our wish, our prayers for all of Israel to be saved, man, woman, and child, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Y'all are the ones that we build for, man. No one else. We're not confused, man, because the Most High is not the author of confusion, man. We know who we're teaching to. We know who our target audience is, man. The doors to the Christian church are closed, man, but we're out here pleading with our stiff-necked people to come home, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, Chuba.
That's right. That's all I had to say.
Hey, no sweat, priest. Oh, hey, I know y'all been with us waiting on this article, but you know what I mean. It's a short article, so we're gonna get to it right now.
Okay.
And the ISUBK is the only thing for our people, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a trooper that did his 90 days, and he letting y'all know it's a beautiful place.
That's right.
And the cookout will be in Houston, Texas, baby. It's coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Bring your woman, your husband, your cousin, your kids, your grandma, your grandpas, your auntie, uncles, nieces. Listen, bring everybody, man. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, October and all the way from the 7th to the 10th, I want to believe. You know what I mean? Shout out to the cookout that just happened in New York this past weekend, man. On the Commander Junior Hana. We're going to keep doing it big, man. Shalom Israel. That's what it's about, man.
That's right.
All right, let's get it.
This is back to the article. Former President Barack Obama has joined NBA Africa.
Give him the title, Baba Shah.
It's like a title of today's article. He's got game. Barack Obama becomes minority owner, strategic partner with NBA Africa. Former President Barack Obama has joined NBA Salaki. This article came out 4 weeks ago.
What's my crash?
Former President Barack Obama has joined NBA Africa as a minority partner and strategic partner. The NBA has always been a great ambassador for the United States, using the game to create deeper connections around the world and in Africa. Basketball has the power to promote opportunity, wellness, equality, and empowerment across the continent, Obama said in a written statement. By investing in communities, promoting gender equality, and cultivating the love of the game of basketball, I believe that NBA Africa can make a difference for so many of Africa's young people. I have been impressed by the league's commitment to Africa. including the leadership shown by so many African players who want to give back to their own communities and countries. That's why I'm proud to join the team at NBA Africa and look forward to a partnership that benefits the youth of so many countries. President Obama's involvement will help advance the National Basketball Association's social responsibility efforts across the African continent. Obama intends to utilize a minority stake to fund Obama Foundation youth and leadership programs across the continent of Africa. We are honored that President Obama has become a strategic partner in NBA Africa and will support our wide-ranging efforts to grow the game of basketball on the continent, said NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. In addition to his well-documented love for basketball, President Obama has a firm belief in Africa's potential and the enormous growth opportunities that exist through sports. NBA Africa will benefit tremendously from his engagement.
Wow. He's not worried about you anymore, America. He got his 8 years out of you. Now he's moving on to his home plan. Now he's moving on to promote what he really got his name up for. Now we get into the importance of why he became so rich and famous, to support the Africans, man.
That's right.
It wasn't to support you, Israel. It was never about you. It was all about his agenda and acting like he gave a damn. But what did he give a damn about? He raised minimum wage 25 cents. Here, this is what I can do for you. 25-cent raise. Good night. He gave you a 25-cent raise, and then he raised up a whole NBA squad in America. When our people are over here struggling to even buy a basketball to practice with, to even have an area to go shoot the hoop at. There's been times where I pulled up to a basketball court. As I'm tying my shoes up, I get surrounded by police officers for no reason. I just want to shoot a little hoop, But I get surrounded and harassed and oppressed by our oppressors. Hey, what are you doing? You got any drugs in the car? Like, what are you doing? This is a park where people come and exercise at. I am a minor, not a minority, but I'm under 17, and all I want to do is practice. Man, like there should be no reason why we ever vote ever again, just off of this example right here. All right, what you think Kamala Harris is gonna do after she isn't the vice president? She's gonna support her East Indians. She's not gonna support you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. She's not. Let me get this precept before we get this last paragraph.
What's it say?
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 1.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel.
Who?
All the congregation of the children of Israel.
Man, that's what it's about right there, man. The congregation of the children of Israel.
That's right.
It ain't the congregation of the Adamites. Because we all know everybody comes from Adam because of the flood of Noah, man. We all know that. But there was a separation after that flood, man. And that's what we've been breaking down to you this whole class. The true brotherhood of the Israelites belong to and for the Israelites. Nobody else. Because the more we tend to give our charity to other nations, what do they do to us? They spit in our face. They slap us. They mock us. By all the most disrespect, they mock our Father, man, the Most High.
That's right.
And it's time to turn our backs from them, man, and just deal with our congregation, the children of Israel.
That's right.
Babu Shah, can you finish that?
And say unto them, ye shall be holy.
Man, it's time to be holy.
Damn right.
It's time to be separate and set apart and to gather together amongst ourselves, man.
Right.
And for the last of that sentence to say, for I, the Lord your God, am holy.
Damn right.
He says, you are holy and I am holy. But right now, we're not being holy, man. We're being traitors. We're being too friendly, man. The Most High didn't ever want us to be that friendly, to join hands with our oppressors. In the scriptures, it says, oppression make a wise man angry.
Right.
So why aren't you angry, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native Indian man? Look how we have been treated, man. This is what the ISUPK has to say to you. I survived it.
That's right.
It's time for you to start surviving all the false doctrines and come into this one body under this banner, under Commander Junior Hanna, so you know the righteous way to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. So you know the righteous way to love your brothers and sisters. It's time to give thanks, man, where it's due. All right?
If I may, real quick.
Damn right, priest.
Very quick. Take the attention off of Obama. You know what I'm saying? Let him be the dirty, filthy, homosexual Hamite that he is. Let's take it home, man. Think about Oprah, man. Our quote unquote big sister, man. Aunt Jemima, man. She has all the love of the oppressor. She's a billionaire.
Right.
But yet she's taken all her gain and used it to build a school in Africa, man. That ain't sisterly, man. That's being a traitor, man. That's not being holy. You know what I'm saying? That's being jammed up in our precious kingdom, and you have to play the cards that he's dealt you, Oprah. You know what I'm saying? She's not playing the black card. She's not playing the Israelite card, man. She's getting all those billions and keeping a school running in Africa, man. We are not Africans. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying this based on facts. Apart from other conspiracy theories, talking about Oprah's a part of some satanic Illuminati cult, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even going to go there. I'm just talking about her black dollars that she spent, that she's earned throughout her career. She's going back and she's not using those exact dollars to build her nation, man. She's building up another nation, and that's despicable. That's abominable. That's shameful. And all the other nations see what she's doing, and they understand the spirit behind how we work, man. We're not out here trying to build up our nation, man. The only people trying to build their nation for Israelites, for so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans is the ISUPK.
Right.
Oprah ain't in the ISUPK, man. She does not have the spirit of Christ. She does not have the spirit of separateness, of warfare, man. You know what I'm saying? She's over there trying to claim and protect her credibility in our precious kingdom by spending her money the way the oppressor tells her to spend it, man. And it's evil, man. You know what I'm saying? It does nothing to build up our people, man. So I guess all I wanted to say, man. Oprah is not my sister. I'll say that. Barack Obama for damn sure ain't my brother.
Damn right, man. Damn right. It's time to come out of the ways of the Gentile, man.
That's right.
Let's get this last paragraph and then I got a precept.
NBA's Africa. So like NBA Africa is in charge of the NBA's business in Africa, which includes the Basketball Africa League, which ended its inaugural season in May. NBA Africa features 12 of the top club teams from 12 African countries. NBA Africa is focused on expanding the NBA's presence in priority African markets while growing Africa's basketball presence through programs such as the Junior NBA, Basketball Without Borders Africa, and NBA Academy Africa.
Good night, man. Let me put y'all in on a little secret, man. Before I was in the ISUPK, I was a so-called Black Panther, man. And I let them know, man, look, we need to start a basketball league. You know, it's time for us to start owning stuff. And I wasn't talking about the African League. But look what they turned around and did, man. They turned around and mocked the NBA. And I guarantee they're going to be making money somehow with the NBA. It might not be as talented because nobody's as talented as Israel.
Right.
There's not going to be a LeBron James coming out of the NBA Africa.
Hell no.
There might be a Yao Ming. That's it. Good for nothing. Go sit down somewhere.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Right. Go sit down somewhere. Your position on this earth should be a bench warmer. That should be your position. You should sit down and let the priests and prophets do the work of the Lord, man. All you should do is observe. So we telling you, Israel, to stop being so vigilant. It's time for you to start acting upon raising up the nation of Israel, man.
Right.
This is the strategy and this is how you should build. Because without you, we're going to just be doing the work by ourselves. Just like Christ and his disciples. Like, would you rather have 100,000 or would you rather have 100 million? Because when Christ returns, he's going to have 200 million angels along his side. Do you want to be in the way of that, Israel? Take the time and think about that. Take the time and thinking about if you want to be homosexual from now on, man. It's time to change your life. We understand that you may have been molested or convinced unrighteously. But the ISUBK is here to give you the truth to set you free, man. We here to wake up them dry bones that have been asleep. Now they need to be awakened into the right spirit. And it's going to take true brotherhood for you to do it.
That's right.
You're not going to be able to do it by yourself, man. That's right. There's no way in hell that you could do it by yourself. All right? That's why you see us amongst our brothers and sisters side by side, ready to go to war, ready to sacrifice our lives, man. We just took ground in Killeen. We were side by side with each other, man, all day, ready to die for our brothers and our nation.
That's right.
What's wrong with you? You too lazy? Oh, I know what it is. They got the blunt.
They got the blunt.
They got the blunt, man. Good night.
You Christians, man, if I may real quick, make you Christians uncomfortable. Christ isn't just going to come back. He's going to come back when he's ready, when the Most High says he's ready. But, you know what I'm saying? Christ isn't, let me put it like this. Christ is waiting on us. If you're sitting on the sidelines trying to observe the creation and the building of your nation, then you are lazy, man. You ain't good for building a goddamn thing, man. You got to put in this work, man. Us as priests and prophets, we went out there, broke ground in Killeen. We're out there, you know what I'm saying, boots on the ground with our flyers, waking up our people in these public parks. You know what I'm saying? We're teaching class. We're on the street corners in every major city. You know what I'm saying? We teach the Lashawan Kadash, which is the Holy Tongue. We have Sabbath services. We practice our feast days, man. You know what I'm saying? We're bringing our nation to life, man.
That's right.
And the more that we practice our culture, practice our feast days, and the sooner Christ comes back, man. Christ ain't just going to come back. You know what I'm saying? All right, game over. Now, you know what I'm saying? I made it this far by smoking weed and I didn't die. I made it this far by sinning. You know what I'm saying? Living however I wanted without dying. Now Christ is back. All right, now I can get into heaven. Hell no, man. That's not how you build a nation. That's called being a coward and being lazy, man.
If I could.
Go ahead. Sir.
It's like they want somebody else to do the work.
Exactly.
Instead of, putting them boots on the ground, lacing them up, and giving that salute like, I'm ready.
We are not Christians.
You know what I mean? Have it on your spirit to be ready. There is no greater feeling than having a brother next to you that'll lay his life down.
Damn right.
And that brother should trust in you that you'll do the same. Christ knew that his disciples was about it, man.
Right.
Even though when it came time for him to get crucified, he knew that the work was still to be done, man. He knew that them cats was going to shake up out of it sooner or later and get back to work. So guess what? It took all the way to 1969
Good point.
So now we gotta lace our boots up, get dirty with it, man. Ain't nothing sweet about this.
Hell no.
Ain't nothing sweet about the Most High.
The Lord is a man of war.
Ain't nothing sweet about loving your brothers and sisters either, man.
Right.
It's gonna take time, commitment, and sacrifices. Alright? Let me get Deuteronomy, Bible 7:1.
Come, another one come. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites.
This is who the Most High is telling you that you need to cast out, man. Go ahead.
The Hittites, the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Man, listen, all you Kemetic believers and Egyptologists and Zionists, this is who we need to cast out.
That's right.
This is the lineage of Hamites. This is not you, Israel. Not one of these kingdoms came from you.
That's right.
But we were bound in bondage from each and every last one of them. I can tell you that. That's why we think we so blended into them. No, man, we were their slaves. We built those pyramids. You know what I'm saying? We were the slaves on the slave ship. They didn't enslave their own people. It was you, Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them.
Man, listen. Start asking the Most High for these heathens to be your slaves, man. Start asking them right now. Stop what you doing and ask the Most High for your slaves, man. That's what the Most High is telling you to do. Read that one more time.
Verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them.
Go ahead.
And utterly destroy them.
Ooh, that don't sound like all loving God.
Hell no.
That don't sound like some friendly God that's gonna bring his son back to gather everybody together. Go ahead.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
You understand? The covenant is not with anybody besides you, Israel. So stop believing your Christian pastors saying that everybody is under the covenant. That's a goddamn lie, man. And the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
That is false doctrine. Go ahead.
Nor show mercy unto them.
Ooh, you dealing with a terrible power that's going to bring his son back with 200 million angels.
That's right.
This is what time it is, Israel. It's time for you to shake off the madness of dead doctrines and dead philosophies and dead presidents, man.
That's right.
Barack Obama is a dead president walking. Joe Biden is a dead president walking. Donald Trump is a dead president walking, man. Dead presidents. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Don't make marriages with a Hamite, with an Egyptian, with a Spaniard, with an Italian. None of them, man. Go ahead.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Don't give your daughter to these heathens. Go ahead.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Don't even let your sons lay rod unto these heathens, man, or these other nations. All right? A black man has no place in a Chinese home.
That's right.
A Hispanic man has no room and no doubt in a white man's house, man. He doesn't belong there. Let's get that through our heads. We're dealing with dead presidents, man.
And devils.
And devils and deceivers and liars.
Right.
Stop mixing seeds with them, man. Stop allowing interracial marriages.
Come.
That's not allowed in the kingdom of heaven.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
Listen, it is all a distraction. Every time you have a Barack Obama have a child with a Michelle Obama, they're turning you away from serving the Most High, man.
That's right.
They're turning your rewards into dead presidents. What kind of reward is that? Carrying around a piece of paper talking about, yeah, I got $100 bill. Look, ooh-wee. I'd rather have the kingdom of heaven than a funky ass $100 bills. Like,
That's right.
go ahead.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his sons. Like it. Verse 4. That they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
Man, they want you to serve other gods like they do. They want you to be into that Greek mythology, be into worshiping Ra, being worshiping what's another one in Africa? Osiris. All that nonsense, man.
Nimrod.
Right, Nimrod. If you looked at that article that we was reading, they had an abbreviation called BAL. What do you think that represents? There you go, right there, priest. Good night. You caught it too, right? We're not stupid, man.
That's right.
And we here to wake up the dummies that fell for your wickedness, man. I'm not even gonna call y'all dummies. I'm gonna just call y'all unlearned. We're here to wake up the unlearned dummies.
That's right. Listen, man, if I could, you know what I'm saying, we're not about conspiracy theories, man. We're about that universal practical knowledge. What the priest is telling you is hardcore truth, because as much as we're trying to wake up our people, bringing back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, reminding that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are one people. We are not divided. These other nations know who we are, and they're doing the work to distract us from this truth. They're deliberately going out of the way. Just like we're deliberately going out of the way to wake up our people, they're doing the same to pull us away from these scriptures, to pull us away from our culture, to teach us to hate our culture, to hate who we come from, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going out of the way to literally to act like agents of Satan to get us to not practice these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Every time they get us to eat pork, they win. They get a point, man.
Right.
Every time they get us to celebrate Thanksgiving, which is the murder of our Native American Gadai brothers and sisters, they earn a point, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every time they get us to celebrate Christmas and Halloween, New Year's Eve, St. Patrick's Day, you know what I'm saying? Any old thing that's against the law, statutes, commandments, they're winning, man. When we're sinning, they're winning, man. And they get off on that. It's confirmation, it's reassurance that, okay, the system that's in place to keep Israelites from learning the culture is still working, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a system in place, man. They know about you, Israel, but you don't know about yourself, man. Right. Psalms 83, it tells you all the other nations are confederate against us. Right. They're going out of their way.
And they know that you unlearned dummies.
They know it.
Slug you.
No, you said it. They know who you are, Israel. They know the Bible. The oppressor, as much as he is a liar and a devil and an animal, he knows the Bible, man. He's led by Satan. Satan knows the Bible. Satan's in the Bible as well. Satan has a voice. You find it in, I think, what is it, the first chapter of Job? He moves up and down, to and fro in the earth, man, doing the Most High's work. Right. He's got an agenda. He has a job to do, just like we have a job to do here too, man. Satan works for the Most High. A lot of y'all can't understand that, don't want to believe that, man. But every power, everything that's created is subject unto the authority of the Most High, man. And we follow rank and order here, man. It's child, woman, man, Christ, and the Most High, man. Straight up and down, man. Wake up, Israel. These other nations are trying to devour you. alive. They're literally trying to eat you alive by taking your culture away from you, by distracting you away from this, man. Put away the TV and the YouTube and weed and the Netflix and chill and do something constructive for once for your nation, man. Tune in and ask us a question, man. Ask us when's the next feast day? When is that feast day, and how can I prepare for it, man? It starts from there, man. And start building. Go ahead.
Nah, no sweat. Let me get the next verse, bro. We're gonna let the scriptures bring y'all to life, man.
That's right. Back to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars.
It's time to destroy their altars, man. Go ahead.
And break down their images.
Break down their images too, man.
And cut down their groves.
Cut down their groves also. So each and every image that you see, like Anubis or Shiva or goddamn dollar bills, it's time to destroy that, man. It's time to destroy that imposter that they have in the Christian church also. Caesar Borgia. It's time to destroy that graven image, man. It's time to burn all the madness down that has been holding you back for so long, Israel.
That's right.
It's time to strengthen yourselves with these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Damn right.
It's time to put up on a righteous garment, getting all black so you can have that spirit of Christ on you. Christ did not have a friendly spirit at all. Christ was as his father, man, a man of war. He told one of the disciples after they cut off the ear of one of the Roman soldiers, he said, look, man, you know when it's war, you know when my angels are coming. Right now is not the time. So just chill. This has to happen. Because my people are so lost and destroyed that I have to give my life in order for y'all to take this serious.
Damn.
So it's time for us to start taking these scriptures serious. To start taking these priests and prophets ordained to teach serious. And stop taking these dead presidents serious, man. These dead presidents are not here for you.
That's right.
They have their own agendas. They have their own leaders. And it ain't true right now, Israel. We're going to get to that in what? One more scripture? After 6, where you at?
5 in the 5, sir.
All right, get to end of 5.
End of 5.
Slap.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, end of verse 5. And burn their graven images with fire.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
You are a holy people because the Most High has already let you know that he's about to deliver you into having handmaids and slaves.
Right.
He gave you the breakdown of all these mighty kingdoms that are more powerful than you. And what is he finna let you know? Go ahead.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
That is particularly possessive. It's chosen thee. It didn't say everybody. Everybody can get a piece of this pie. No. He said it's time for you to get the meat. All right? You've been eating off the bone, scavenging for too long.
Right.
I've chosen you. And that thee is the 12 tribes of the house of Israel.
That's right.
What did the Most High command you to do? Go ahead, sir.
So like the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Listen, man. If you don't understand this strategy by the end of this class, make sure you like and share this video so you can rewind it.
That's right.
So you can get that truth that'll set you free. You are supposed to be set high above who?
Salakia. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's your destiny right there, man. This is how you build. From now on, just like you watch Bad Boys, from now on, that's how you shoot.
That's right.
That's how you need to shoot. Every word out your mouth, man. The book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. That's how you need to shoot, man. From now on. You got anything you want to add before we in class?
Just one more thing, Israel. I mean, Christ was no soft, pretty boy, man.
Right.
I want Israel to understand, man. Right now, if you haven't understanding before, if you're alive to hear our voices, man, the voices of these priests and prophets in the ISUPK, understand this as today, August 24th, 2021, that life is about warfare and nothing else. Please get that through your head. Israel, all these other nations, they gather themselves together in the name of warfare to keep their name relevant, to keep their country's reputation relevant on the face of the earth.
Right.
So-called blacks, so-called Latinos, so-called Native American, black man, woman, and child, y'all need to gather yourselves together and get prepared for the war that's been going on. Whether you're just now getting hip to the game or not, whether you just now learn that you were Israelite, you know what I'm saying? It's time to get to work, man. Life is about war and nothing else, man. Get it together, man. World War III is upon us, man.
That's right.
Y'all can't be out here BS and smoking weed, getting drunk and wasting time, man. We have a nation to protect, man. These priests and prophets in the SUPK, man, we are warriors, man. We are part of the Most High's army, man. We give it them our people. We haven't forgotten, man. You know what I'm saying? We were reminded and we continue to carry that torch for the truth, just like Commanding General Yohana, man. Israel, please, man. It's coming from a place of love and just I forgot the word, but we know we're a stiff-necked people. And a lot of y'all are gonna hear this, and a lot of y'all listen to our teachings, whether from us or other schools in the ICBK, regardless. But you're being half-assed, Locky. You're half-stepping. You're not producing anything, man. Like the scriptures say, you'll know a man by his fruits. If you're not building your nation, then you're in the way. You're good for nothing, man. I'm saying, don't get caught up in the boom when these chariots come through, and you know the Delta becomes an Omega variant. What's the Alpha Omega? Yeah, Alpha to Omega, man. We're gonna end up in the Omega variant of this virus, man. And everybody knows it's only going to get worse. And it's getting worse, man. We're only 1 year into this pandemic, man. It's getting even more worse. You know what I'm saying? We can only plead with you for so long. We can only hold so many classes and street teach for so long. But there's going to be a point in time, and it's in the scriptures as well, where you won't see us.
Right.
You will plead and say, hey, where are those brothers that were teaching the truth, man? We're going to be nowhere to be found. We're going to be nowhere to be found. You're going to be searching and craving for the truth, searching for a scripture, searching for a breakdown, and you're going to realize, damn, you gambled very badly, man.
Right.
You played you played your cards wrong, man. At the craps table, man.
That was
at the
heavy.
roulette table, man. At the blackjack table, man. You put off salvation for one bet too long, man.
That was heavy.
And now Christ is back, and He don't even know you, man. I don't want Christ to tell you that, man. I don't want to hear it from Christ myself. I'm saying no one is safe, man.
Right.
We've got work to do. We have a nation to build, man. It's nothing to take lightly, man. I'm saying what we're doing, teaching on the other side of this camera with this banner behind us and our war scarves and our black apparel. I'm saying this isn't just for entertainment, man. This is serious business, man.
I'm right.
Preserving your nation is serious business. And we protect and serve our nation strictly off these scriptures, man. We don't freestyle, man. We don't add nothing to the scriptures. We don't take anything from it. We're not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group.
That's right.
No other Hebrew Israelite group gives a damn about their nation except for the priests and prophets in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, man. You know what I'm saying? I can keep rambling for another hour until I fall asleep, but Israel, wake up, man. Gather yourself together, man. Trust me, life. I've told people this in person. Life is about war, nothing else. And they're like, well, that's too harsh. That's too cruel. That's just. And then some people say, you know what, you're absolutely right. Well, goddamn it, like it's time to get real, man. Everyone else has a nation to cling to. But you so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, what do you have to cling to, man? We're not Hamites. We're not Africans. You know what I'm saying? We're more than just Native Americans from North, Central, and South America, man. We are one people, man. It's in the Bible, man.
All right.
We do this because the only reason why we've been having so many classes for this long is because we are a stiff-necked people, man. We're hard-headed. Get that through your head, man. No other nation is as stiff-necked than so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Please get that through your head, man. Both English and Spanish. I guess this is my punchline. Both English and Spanish are both the language of our oppressor, man.
That's right.
Get into class every Friday. We teach you, Israel, how to teach your native tongue, Lashawan Kadash, the ancient Hebrew, man. Like I said, man, we give our nation no excuse to learn your language, man. We give you all the scripture breakdowns, and we give you all the classes on how to learn your language, how to practice your feast days, how to put on a garment, for a woman, how to dress, men how to conduct themselves, how to raise a family from the inside of a black man's house, man. You know what I'm saying, like Commanding General Yohannes said, we don't need a black man in the White House. We need a black man in every black house. We need a Latino man in every Latino house. We need a Native American man in every Native American house. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of being cursed. I don't know about you, Israel. But brotherhood and sisterhood is what's gonna get us out of this suffering, man. The doors to the ICPK, the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, have never been closed, man. ICPK is the refuge for our people, man. You know what I'm saying? The shockwave is on its way, man. Israel, get into the ICPK, man. I'm saying if you may be down with the priests and prophets, but if your homegirls, your homeboys, your family, your friends, your partners, they're turned right down with the truth, and guess what? They're gonna catch the boom. You know what I'm saying? You're held accountable for what you know, man. And we're teaching this for you. We've sacrificed a lot to wake up our people. When we walked away from our best homies, our best cousins, man. We walked away from our businesses, our old lifestyles, our old family members, our own wives, our own children. They hate us, man.
Right.
They hate us for the work that we do, man.
That's right.
But they hated Christ before they hated us, man, because Christ is our king, man. We're following his footsteps, man. They got a problem with me. They got a problem with Christ. And if that's the case, so be it. Catch the boom. Shalom. I'm trying to make that 144 get my crown. If you're in the ICPK, you're in my goddamn way.
Right.
We're trying to make our lecture short, Israel. Quit being stiff-necked, man. Come into class, man.
If you ain't got no head, you ain't got no legs to stand and run on, man.
That's right.
Let Christ be your head, because the Most High is Christ's head.
That's right.
That's brotherhood. Staying in order. Staying in line. Learning. So when it's your time to preach and teach, you know how to do it.
Yeah, right.
Come get the breakdowns. We are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite groups.
That's right.
They get the broke downs. And they do things in an abominational way. If that's even a word.
Right.
But damn right. Hamsters. It's not you, Israel.
Israel, we are not hamsters.
In the mighty wise words of Priest Officer Resign.
We are not hamsters, man.
Right.
Our king is a lion from the tribe of Judah.
You said lion?
That's
all right. Don't be roaring lions in your own houses, though. Just because you're a lion don't mean you have to be, harmful. Okay? Be wise as a serpent. Harmless as a dove, man.
That's right.
That's how we fish. That's how Christ fished, man. He didn't go up to Peter and was like, man, you used to be a bitch ass nigga. Paul, you too. You used to be a bitch ass nigga. Come into the truth. Slack if cussing, bro. Slack. He didn't say you used to be a such and such, such and such. He said, listen, stop what you're doing. Follow me. That's wise. It's going to go two ways. It's going to go bad or it's going to go good.
That's wise.
You're going to do it or you're not going to do it.
That's wise and that's real, man. Christ was the realest, coldest brother on the planet. Man.
Right.
When Christ was assembling his 12 disciples, he just walked up on them and said, "Come with me." A lot of us don't. I've never met a brother like that in real life. They out there, but Christ was calling these people to do the work to build a nation. Man, walked up on them and said, "Come with me." And guess what them brothers did, man? They stopped everything they did, cast their nets down, put their pins down, put their shades down. You know what I'm saying? Follow that brother, man. That's power, man. That's a real nigga, man. That's the king that I serve. That's the type of leadership I need in my corner, man. That's the power that I serve, man. It's not time to take this work lightly, man. It's time to get to work, man. Christ walked up on these brothers and chose them to do that work, man. And they stop what they were doing, man. They get after it, man. That's the spirit.
That's right.
That's how we move. That's how we operate. That's the spirit that we have as priests and prophets in ICPK. That's the spirit the commanding general Yohana had, man. Christ walked up on Yohana and said, "We got work to do, man." He's been holding out the torch since 1969. That's why we do what we do, man. That's why we set aside time to have these classes, man. I wasn't even supposed to be here for the San Antonio class, man. But I plead with my people, man. You know what I'm saying? We are stiff-necked, man. Didn't matter which city you're in, man. You got to wake up, man. There's work to be done, man. There's more profitable for you to build up the ICPK than it is to go to your slavery. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard for us to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? I have my own slavery as well. We have bills to pay. We have to survive. We have to support our families, man.
Right.
But you can't put your brick in. Like we keep pleading with y'all. Ask us, how can you put your brick in? Ask us, when's the next feast day? How can we prepare for it, man? There's so much work to be done.
That's right.
For the building of our nation. We don't want no bitches, no whores, no sodomites, and slaki. I'm so sorry. Well, bitch is another word for a female dog. But we don't want no, you know what I'm saying, no whores, that's the Bible, no sodomites, no effeminate in our nation, man. Right. We want masculine brothers and sisters who are going to hold it down and be quiet, dress modestly, wrap up their hair, say "Con, I don't want con," and hold down and fight the war from the home front, man. That's right. There's work to be done, man. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get to work here. We can't be asleep for no. World War III is here, man. Wake up, man. Put the blunt down. You know what I'm saying? Right. Turn off the TV and get into class, man. These classes will save you, man. Yeah, right. If Christ comes back right now, I'd rather you be watching an ICPK class than watching goddamn anime or goddamn The Office or some distraction, man. I don't want nobody from my nation to be distracted, man. I want them to know that when the sky cracks and then 200 million angels come through, I want all Israel to know what time it is. I don't want y'all to be ignorant. I don't want Christ to come up on you and be like, "Depart from me, I never knew you." That's the last thing I want for my people. That's the last thing.
Most on Christ, preach. And with that, we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. I'm going to go ahead and get the security announcements. All right. I got it. Okay. This is the ISUBK security announcements. We are the ISUBK, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves out of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ashera, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. The upcoming Holy Convocation will be the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. This is the first day of the 7th month, Monday, the 6th of September, 2021. This is found in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, pants, shirt, headband, scarf. All right, this is the ISUK security announcement. I'm Officer Thamakio. To my right, we have
Precinct Officer Rosanna Yash.
it's an Officer Rosanna Yash. This is ISUPK San Antonio Tuesday Brotherhood class. And Curtis salute again to the brothers and sisters. Shalom Yahaba Shem Yahushua Barakathum. So sisters, Shalom Yahashua Thumb by Shem Yahushua. All right, let's get to these bangers.
That's right.
Oh, snap. All right.
I being all black with the crew. Watch him have a live fall to a doom. Lord, know I'm ready, and I know that you know that her nothing deadly, but I am from you. These niggas talking through the home. That's a spot, you be moving soon, and you be leaving shortly. Still walking with the angels, yeah, they still in force, right? Got a whole lot of shit that they ain't get it all, man. So with that nigga got a blue ribbon on me. Can't walk west, bitch, I'm in the morning. See, I knew these niggas like to flip to the talk, so that's why I bought a Glock to the silver board. Got it on the dust. I just began to a pretty much. That brotherhood and weapon gotta keep it in the clutch. If it ain't no West nigga hot, I don't wanna hear it, keep your tone down. Had a couple complications, but it's on now. So you can kill a speculation, bitch, I'm thrown down. And if you want a conversation, so they zone down. Nigga, what he say, I ain't hear him, I'm zone down. Can't walk this slow, it's a low bound. I'm 44, I'm on another level with it. Niggas never listen, so I never get his ass. I try to, I'm a rebel nigga. Better be careful if you ever think I'm stepping in my path. Cause it ain't no pain, no pain, no pain. Now I'm playing tooth and metal with his ass. Got it on the block. I just began to a pretty much. Your brotherhood and weapon gotta keep it in the clutch. No feelings in my pain, bitch, I think I got a crutch. And she know that I got to see shit inside me. But you know the truth became for the 7 Friday. Got the top who the money, like you take it riding. I'm a race to the track like a wrecking body. Got it on the dust. I just began to a pretty much. Your brotherhood and weapon gotta keep it in the clutch. Gotta keep it with me, it's a lot. Got it on the dust. I just began to a pretty much. Your brotherhood and weapon gotta keep it in the clutch. If it ain't for West, nigga hot. If I have raised you up in this ISUBK, if you have become an officer in this work, then I have done the job to give you the authority that you are to have to do God's will. You will raise up these 12 tribes and you will bring them in order under Christ. That's right. My people need to get in line. The end is coming soon, they got me feeling fine. Got these holy scriptures on my mind. The oppressor been murdering blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians for 400 years. America is a pandemic, and I done shed so many tears. Just thinking about all of my brothers that died at the hands of these crooked ass cops make me want to load the ammo into the Glocks and stop their biological clocks. The system set us up to fail. You can do everything right and still go to jail. America is modern day Babylon on earth. We living in hell. The wicked is lynching my people. The poor and oppressed, they losing their mind. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. These devils, they running out of time. Hebrew Academy trained me good. I'm ready to go. Toe to toe. I'ma take hold of this brotherhood in the UPK, and I won't let it go. Keep doing the Lord's work. Curse my enemies. Gotta endure to the end. My brothers and sisters are the ones who do the will of the Lord. The devil ain't my friend. Everything the white man touch, he destroys, and that is a fact. The greatest crime in America to commit is to be born black.
Right.
Living on the edge and I can't die. Sometimes I feel like it, man, I won't lie. Get ready for the war. It's the return of Yahweh Shai. Oh, the devil's world is running out of time. Running out of time. My people need to get in line. Running out of time. The end is coming soon. It got me feeling fine. Running out of time. Got these holy scriptures on my mind. You know the devil's world is running out of time. Running out of time. My people need to get in line. Running out of time. The end is coming soon. It got me feeling fine. Running out of time. Got these holy scriptures on my mind. White people be quiet. I'm about to start a riot. That's what happens when you live in the ghetto under a tyrant. Oppression makes a wise man, now we defiant. There comes a point in time when agreement's a form of silence. See what can happen when things go at a giant. Babylon is formed looking something like a lie. Just a young nigga who be going off a sign. I don't crack under the pressure, it makes time. Nigga, I was raised by the wolves and the lions. Stories come out to play when you kill Cyrus. Still pull that trigger on his crack and his a virus. He saw he got to pay for his violence. Who's really the enemy? Tell me who's violent. What my people feel they like when they hear Cyrus. They wanna take us out forever, closing our eyelids. Police sweat us up like a summertime hydrant. They don't serve and protect, they just kneel on the neck. That's why I pray to the east. Please bring swift death, shield, heal, and protect. All my niggas in the clique like you did Shaq. Back up and go on me shake. I think the promise that you say that I go to war. Wait, show the silly nigga like me what it means to repent. I'll walk on ya. Generals on deck. One west till they bury me, you know it's no sweat. Till the sky cracks and they feel with regret what they did to the Lord's elect. Don't push me like I'm a killer. I'm waking up a monster. I'm thriller like y'all fit cold. We iller. You say we're just beast gorillas. But it's the planet of the apes and you devils all fill us. The world is running out of time.
Running out of time.
My people need to get in line. Running out of time. The end is coming soon. They got me feeling fine. Running out of time. Got these holy scriptures on my mind. You know the devil's world is running out of time. Running out of time. My people need to get in line. Running out of time. The end is coming soon. They got me feeling fine. Running out of time. Got these holy scriptures on my mind. You know the devil's world is running out of time. Running out of time. My people need to get in line. Running out of time. The end is coming soon. They got me feeling fine. Running out of time. Got these holy scriptures on my mind. You know the devil's world is running out of time. Running out of time. My people need to get in line. Running out of time. The end is coming soon. It got me feeling fine. Running out of time. Got these holy scriptures on my mind.
It was almost 100 years ago, and here we are again with a similar environment, politically and socially.
You know, niggas and white people fight. I always be rooting for the nigga, even if he bad.
You can take a nigger out of the jungle, but you can't take the jungle out of there.
Excuse me?
It's bred. They're meant to be that way, and we can't stop it. And one day the white man again is going to have to attack the niggers.
Please work the white folks. I don't want white folks to win nothing.
No, we never went to school with niggers or Mexicans or nothing when I went to school. They're especially alarming in the wake of the killings of 9 black church members by the white supremacists. He wanted to launch a race war. There are these groups in the U.S., these white supremacy groups, anti-government fanatics and extremists that is very concerning.
All of this was in preparation for a race war in the United States.
Stockpile weapons and train for the coming race war.
So you see in the future that there's going to be a lot of violence?
It's going to be a lot of violence. It's going to be a race war.
So why is it got to be so damn hard? Stop it! Stop what you're doing, stop what you're doing, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. It's not this Man, they still hanging niggas, walking around with Confederate flags. These white folks wear their racism like a badge of honor. But in the ISUPK and the Commander General, Your Honor, we sought to look at that white man and tell him about his wicked satanic empire called America. My people need to go to war right now, the time right. But Martin Luther King has niggas in the limelight, doing peaceful marches in the street. When the cops, they the KKK, but without the white sheets. If a nigga join police force, he Uncle Tom. Arresting your own people, you stupid dumb. You still working for the slave master. Train to shoot your own black race, put them in a grave faster. A good cop is a dead cop. I was taught at a young age to shoot and let the lead drop. All pigs do is tell lie after lie. Come and get me if you wanna. When you try, you gon' die. The hell with all of my enemies, let them hate. I'm set up, ready to go like a template. I don't give a fuck. Buy the damn copper. Ain't my 15 shoot down. I get a bird chopper. Shotgun sound. Round after round. The blood of my ancestors cries from the ground. Saddles on, always on, everywhere I roam. You was laughing after long, thanks to chloroform. My purpose in life is to win the spiritual tournament. Reach the firmament and reside there permanent. That's bullshit. ISUPK ain't no joke or real. That kid can never leave it. Keep your head on a swivel. White boy gave me thumbs up. I gave him thumbs down. Told his ass to move round. Don't call me brethren. We from two different nations, he saw. I'm from the seed of Jacob, tribe of Judah. Yeah, we raw. Y'all ain't up with dogs. That's why y'all smell like mutts. It's time to let you know the Most High God hates your guts. You put black people in bondage and you never let up. You throw us on the ground and shoot the kill so we can't get up. Edomites will be in slavery. It ain't no guess. I'ma watch the sun penetrate through their recessive flesh. Put them in the cotton field from sun up to sundown. Cause all they do is blind kill every time they come around. Especially if you a black or a Mexican. White folks don't want you living next to them. Oh yeah, they quick to front, they laugh and smile in your face. Meanwhile, every day of the month they killing off your race. Shotgun sound, round after round. The blood of my ancestors cries from the ground. Saddles on, always on, everywhere I roam. You was laughing after long, thanks to chloroform. The purpose in life is to win the spiritual tournament. Reach the firmament and reside there permanent. That's bullshit. ISUPK ain't no joke or real. That kid can never leave your coast. Keep your head on a swivel. Enemies don't wanna talk about the Bible or politics or about slavery. Mountain of lies, it's a pile of tricks. Fuck the police. And that song, I love the video. Gato Pharaoh, let my people go, but still ain't done it though. I'm not the same person you knew from back in the days. I escaped from master, I'm a runaway slave. Protect my sisters, I'm my brother's keeper. Got the street sweeper, terror block, seeking deeper. It's the fall of Babylon. All pigs get wings. Let's do stuff we haven't done, like put these crackers in a ring. Left, right, combination. Beat they ass into submission. Live autopsy, razor blade is what I use for the incision. Yahweh is the most high, that's the man's crown. You got your hands up, but we can prove it hands down. If you let devils spread lies, then the truth it dies. Even nations of dogs, they all need to be euthanized. Shotgun sound, round after round. The blood of my ancestors cries from the ground. Battles on, always on, everywhere I roam. You was laughing after long, thanks to chloroform. The purpose in life is to win the spiritual tournament. Reach the firmament and reside there permanent. That's bullshit. ISUPK ain't no joke or real. That can't get keep your head on a swivel.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.